All right, so you're headed to Amsterdam and you're hungry. Fantastic. Today, we are going on a delicious mission, and we are skipping all the tourist traps. We're going to find the top 10 things you absolutely have to eat. And this list, it's all based on what the locals, the people who really know the city, told us. Let's dive in.
And that's really the heart of it, isn't it? Amsterdam is this incredible melting pot, and you can totally see that in its food. But with so many choices, where do you even start? It can be a little overwhelming.
Well, that is the exact question we're going to answer. We've talked to foodies, we've talked to Amsterdammers, and we have put together the ultimate culinary checklist for you. So get ready to find out what really makes the cut.
Okay, let's kick off the countdown. We're starting with some real classics here. You know, the street foods and drinks that are pretty much the foundation of Dutch cuisine.
Starting us off at number 10, street food. And in Amsterdam, this is so much more than just a quick bite. These deep-fried goodies are everywhere, and they're a huge part of the city's food culture.
So what should you be looking for? Well, there are 4 deep-fried essentials you've got to try. There's Kibbeling, Croquettes, Frikandel, and my personal favorite, the super cheesy, super gooey Kaaswafel.
Let's start with Kibbeling. Just picture this. These perfect, crispy, deep-fried pieces of fish, battered with all these amazing spices, and served piping hot with a delicious dipping sauce. It's so simple, so savory, and it just hits the spot.
Okay, so where do you find the really good stuff? Well, any local is going to point you straight to De Pijp. It's this neighborhood that's just buzzing with energy and food stalls all day long. You're pretty much guaranteed to find something amazing there.
All right, coming in at number 9. Now, this one can be a little divisive, but you gotta try it at least once. We're talking about herring.
So there are actually 2 ways to do this. The Amsterdam style is nice and easy. It's cut into pieces and served with onions and pickles. But, if you want to go full traditional, you do what they do outside the city. Hold it by the tail, tilt your head back, and down it goes. Hey, the choice is yours.
Moving on to number 8. Now, if the herring wasn't quite your thing, no worries. The locals have the perfect way to wash that taste away, with a really good beer.
And believe me, the Dutch are serious about their beer. Check out this wild fact. The Netherlands actually exports more beer than Germany and the United States combined. Crazy, right? And while you might know Heineken, the real magic is happening in the local craft scene.
For a really unforgettable experience, the locals all recommend Brouwerij Tit E. It's this amazing craft brewery inside an old bathhouse, and it's right next to a giant windmill. Come on, it doesn't get more Dutch than that.
So what goes perfectly with a cold Dutch beer? Well, that would be our number 7, the absolute undisputed champion of bar snacks. Let me introduce you to the Bitterballen. It's this bite-sized, perfectly crispy ball on the outside, but then you bite into it and boom, it's filled with this gooey, savory meat gravy. You dip it in some sharp mustard. It's just the perfect partner for a good, strong beer.
All right, we've hit the middle of our list. Now we're getting into the real heart of Dutch comfort food. We're talking everything from classic pies to world-famous cheese.
At number 6, we have got a dessert that might look a little familiar, but trust me, the Dutch have put their own unique, delicious twist on it. We're talking about apple pie. So the Dutch version, it's often topped with this crunchy streusel topping, which makes it way lighter and crispier than what you might be used to. And for the real deal, the authentic stuff, locals are going to send you to Café Hegerod. It's this charming little place that feels like you've stepped right back into the 1950s.
Okay, next up at number 5 is something the Netherlands is known for all over the globe. You guessed it, we're talking about cheese.
Now, you know Gouda and Edam for sure, but here's a little seasonal secret you should look out for. A local cheesemonger told us about grass cheese. It's only made in the early summer, right after the cows have been feasting on all that fresh spring grass. The result? It's this incredibly creamy, ridiculously delicious cheese you just won't find anywhere else. Holding down the number 4 spot are 2 iconic sweet treats that honestly, you're gonna smell them long before you ever see them. Stroopwafels and Poffertjes. The Stroopwafel, it's just a masterpiece of simplicity. It's warm, syrupy, buttery caramel that's literally sandwiched between 2 thin waffles that are made right in front of you. And for the most authentic one, The locals say you have to go to the original Stroopwafels kiosk at the famous Albert Cuyp market.
All right, we are here, the top 3. These aren't just foods, okay? These are full-on experiences that really define what Amsterdam's food scene is all about. The anticipation is killing me, so let's just get into it.
Taking the bronze medal at number 3 is a type of food that really reflects the Netherlands' colonial history and has become this huge, beloved part of its culture. We're talking about Indonesian food.
And the absolute best way to experience it is with a Rijsttafel, which literally means rice table. And that's what it is. It's this incredible feast with dozens of little, flavorful side dishes served with rice. It lets you try so many different tastes and textures. Locals tell us Long Pura in the Jordan district is the place to go for an unforgettable meal.
Our runner-up at number 2 is a historic Dutch spirit with a seriously fascinating story behind it. It is time to talk about Genever. So, to put it simply, Genever is basically the grandfather of gin. Long, long ago, the Dutch mastered distillation to create this spirit, and that's what eventually evolved into the gin we know today. And there's a ritual to it. At a distillery, they fill the glass right to the brim, so you have to lean over the bar and take that first sip without using your hands.
And here it is, the moment we've been waiting for. The number 1, most authentic, most highly recommended food experience you can possibly have in Amsterdam, according to the locals.
You know what? The top recommendation isn't a restaurant at all. It's actually eating in with a local. Passionate home chefs like Simon here actually invite travelers into their homes to share traditional dishes like stamppot, this hearty, amazing mix of mashed potatoes and veggies. It's a guaranteed classic, and it's the most personal way to experience real Dutch hospitality.
So there you have it, the top 10 straight from the source. Your culinary mission in Amsterdam, should you choose to accept it, is now crystal clear.
And as you get ready for your adventure, we're going to leave you with one absolutely essential local word. When you taste something amazing, and you will, the perfect way to say it is lekker. So, now you have the insider's guide. The only question left is, from Stroopwafels to stamppot, what's going to be your first lekker moment in Amsterdam? Thanks for joining us on this little culinary tour.